everybody, this is Doctor and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Another how to build. This is the redstone series where I give you basic redstone creations and show you how to build them. And the skyscraper doesn't exist anymore, it's because technically it's a redstone world. But I'm keeping the video online, so if you ever do build anything like that, I'll keep it away. But all we've done so far in this series is make these nice little slime block launchers, as well as the ones where you can have a push plate away, and you have to mess around with pistons, but that didn't. There you go. And we also have our nice TNT cannon. Woohoo! But really didn't fire us that far for some reason. But of course, we don't really have anything too complex. Now, the TNT cannon was kind of complex with repeaters, but today we are making a combination lock, and I've left most of it open just so I can explain how it works in a moment too. Well, basically, yeah, combination lock. So you can have. For the purpose of the video, I'm going to be showing you the 4-button combo lock, but which has a possibility of around, I don't know, I'll let you guys work out yourself, but a lot of combinations possible, so it's pretty damn secure. But this thing can go on to as big as you want it to be, guys. Trust me, as many as you want it can go to. Yeah, it's kind of cool. You could have like 10, you could have 15, you could have 100 for the most secure thing ever. But just for the purpose of the video, I'm doing it for, and I'm doing it like battle minigame lobby with blocks to do it. But you can have it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever number mechanism, or you can have it as colours with them on. So you need to remember, like, let's say it'd be gold, emerald, iron, diamond. I think my has actually code. Yes, it is. And it also has a reset button, which is kind of cool about its design. So I'm going to quickly show you how it works. So first I'll show you a random code. So okay. I don't actually know what happened there. I'm just gonna have to quickly check that, guys. That was actually really weird. I opened it for a brief second. That is actually gonna do that, guys. And I can't actually help that at the moment, thinking about that. Yeah, it does have a few flaws. The flaws are it'll open if you do this. And stay open. And the second flaw is at the moment, well, that is actually a redstone glitch, and that's going to be patched pretty soon in the console version of Minecraft. That won't happen on PC though. So the sprint one won't happen on PC, so that's fine. And most people don't really know about that anyway. But then the diamond one, basically, if you press the button which leads to the very last combination lock, it'll open the door for a brief second, making it so you can get through it. Now, that is once again a bug in the console edition of Minecraft. It's just that things switch, so if I was to quickly reset it and do it again, you'll see how that occurs. It turns it off for a brief second before it realises it's like done it wrong. But as you can see, that redstone never actually properly turns off, and it's just how the redstone circuit works in console at the moment. But it's going to be patched pretty soon, and it's not meant to be like that, guys. So that's not meant to happen, and that is a little redstone bug. But yeah, we're currently in title update 52, and by title update 53 this will be fixed and it won't be a problem, so that's absolutely fine. And yeah, just as I'm happening in the tutorial, redstone is a little glitched. So sorry about that. But the actual combination, if I was to enter the actual combination, which is gold, emerald, iron, diamond, you can see it open. So I'm not 100% certain what it is with the diamond thing. I do believe that is the same kind of glitch, and it doesn't always do it, guys. So that can naturally depend where the redstone is facing, which direction it is put in, because I actually built it in the opposite direction to the last one I built, and yeah, it actually didn't do it, so that must be some kind of which direction you're facing glitch. But it shouldn't do that, guys, trust me. And if you guys can see how you could fix it without doing that, then you can customize it yourself. But if not, you can put up with this until they fix the bug and get it over and done with. But let's hop in to how it works. So you guys might be able to see it looks pretty complicated. Well, that's only because of how the redstone is positioned. It's not complicated at all. But basically what it is it's 4 NOR latches put together. These are most commonly known as a NOR latch. So let's just look at one individually. Here is a NOR latch, this golden one. It basically stores a redstone current when it senses a button press. Now that is pretty much all it works, and yeah, that'll store it, meaning that when the button is pressed, it'll turn off this redstone torch and turn on this one to store it. So then it'll turn off this current. And go in this direction. But don't worry about still won't turn off. But then after you've done that, if you press the emerald button, this one will switch again, making that to turn this switch off, turn this one off, and it'll carry on just like that. So that is basically how it works, and if you did it in a different order it wouldn't work, because like if I was to press the emerald one before I press the gold one, then it'd turn off this redstone torch, and then turn this one on, but this is still powered, because what it would do is it wouldn't turn this one on, because this redstone torch is technically still making this, so it doesn't have any power, so it wouldn't actually switch and it wouldn't change anything around, guys. So don't even probably try that. But then basically what the reset button does is it puts a signal into here which should change it. So like if I hit the gold first example, you can see the redstone's changed. So if I want to reset that back to normal, you just hit the reset button and it'll do it to all of them too. And another way this can be used for is if I just enter in the code, which actually is this, as you can see, the door will open, and it can also be used as a close door button, which is pretty cool at the same time. So yeah, that's basically how it all works, and yeah, when it gets to the end, obviously the signal leads to a door. Now it can link to any door, it can link to pistons or redstone lamps or dispensers or whatever you want this thing to link up with. But yeah, that's how it works. But the main reason you came here is because you want to know how you make it. So let's dive straight into this thing. So guys, if you want to build this thing, then I'm not going to be able to give you the exact measurements because it's going to be different for every single person's. But if you want to build this thing, then you just get a stack of blocks of your choice. I am going to use smooth red sandstone. Why not? And you're also going to want to get as much redstone dust as you can. I'm just going to grab a stack. You're also going to need, I could actually give you an actual number of this. For each NOR latch you're going to want 2 redstone torches, so times 2 by however many buttons you've got. So I'm going to times 2 by 4, which would give me 8, and then you need to add 1 more on, which to do with your door mechanism. So I'm going to need 9 redstone torches, and you're going to need quite a few repeaters, because it depends how you want to make it so the redstone doesn't link with each other, and you get a picture, and you're gonna need as many buttons as you have in your thing. You're gonna need some signs, obviously put the numbers on, but I'm not gonna bother doing that. I'm not gonna include the decoration items in this list, and that should actually be it, really, guys. I can't think of anything more you're going to be needing, but we will quickly go and check it. Well, obviously you're going to need your door, or whatever kind of door it is you're making. Obviously that is pretty obvious, isn't it, guys? You guys should hopefully know that. But yeah, there are quite a few steps to this, so I am going to break it down into separate steps, but let's head into step 1. So for step 1, what you're going to actually want to do is build your wall. Now, I'm just going to build, well, it depends. Make sure you built your room. So this bit's probably going to get a little fast forwarded, because obviously this is going to change depending who's building it, what design it is, and yeah, it's going to change by whoever is indeed building the thing. So yeah, you didn't really follow me with this. I'm just doing something nice and lovely. But yeah, step 1, just get your place sorted out, get your door there, and just get the bits sorted out. So yeah, that's it really. Yeah, that's step 2. So for step 2, you're just going to want to quickly mine your 4 blocks out, and even if you don't want it like this, I just recommend putting some kind of code there at the moment, just so you know what you're doing and which one's going to link with which. I'm just going to put it in this random order this time. So yeah, just mine out your 4 block place and place your 4 buttons on top of them. Actually, I was totally wrong earlier when I was saying this. You need your reset button too. I'm really sorry about that. So you're going to need 5 buttons if you're doing this same design, but this is still part of step 1, so don't go clicking off yet. But come behind it, and what you want to do is, just so you can see which is which, I just recommend building in the same block and come 2 out from each of your builds, and preferably just do that momentarily with this here. Yeah, once you've done that, you then want to grab out your repeaters in redstone dust, place all 4 repeaters there, repeater there, redstone dust there, and just fill all of that track with redstone dust. You can put a repeater there, redstone dust there, repeater there, redstone dust there. You could have put redstone dust here, repeater there. It doesn't really matter which order you do it in, just as long as they don't interfere with each other. So yeah, that's your first step complete. Well, your first redstone part of a step. So let's go ahead into step 2. So step 2 is to do with these things called NOR latches. So as I explained them earlier, they basically store a redstone current and sense when a button is pressed. Now I recommend doing this in the order of your buttons pressed. So I'm going to do my order in whatever it comes out as, probably a diamond, iron, gold, emerald, because that's the order I've got them, and I don't, I could do it this order. So nah, I'll do it with soda. What you want to do is, if you've done this like this and brought it 4 out, just come back, count 4 back, well 5 back, and then go 1 to the left, and place your first block of your NOR latch there, and then a NOR latch is basically a square, so just go 1 diagonal to it like that, or you can like pretend you're going in an L shape and doing that. So there's your first NOR latch. It's important you look at these as separate mechanisms, even though they are so close to each other. But then what you want to do from there is choose your next one, which is going to be gold for me. So I'm just going to go there like that, and then up like that. So now we actually have 2 bases of our NOR latch, and then from here go with your next block. It depends if you're doing it like this. If you're doing it creative and you have these resources, then I recommend doing this, but if you're doing it survival, then preferably not. So there you have 3 of your NOR latches, and then you add your final one. Well, this could not be a final one, like say, if you're having 5 buttons, you do 5 of these. If you have 6, you do 6 and whatnot. But I'm only going to be doing 4 for purpose of the video. But what you want to do now is get out your redstone torches and redstone dust. Place a redstone torch on each side of these blocks, just like so. Pretty simple, not too complicated to do. And then come back to the front and add. So about guys, I'm actually gonna have to quickly check at this. Okay, so it is like that. But is that door open? No, I'm just gonna have to quickly reset it just to make sure. Yeah, you want to do that then, and then this. Make sure you do it in this order, because otherwise it might go a little wrong. In fact, no. Guys, this doesn't actually matter. This doesn't matter. Do it like that if you please. Yeah, this probably be easier to share in the video. But this shouldn't mess things up. I'm sorry for this small little delay there. But now you should have something that looks a little bit like this. So now what I want to do is link them all up. So all you want to do is, from your first one, link this piece of redstone dust going into this one, so that's your first one done, and then link that to there, there to there, and that's it actually. Okay, it's not too bad then. And then just put a few coming off of that like so, and then you're nearly at the end of that, but just put a repeater in front of each block, including this one. But yeah, that is what was, believe that was step 2 of the redstone part complete. Right, step 3 then. What you want to do is come back over here, just so you can see what I'm doing and which one's linking to where. I'm going to use this like this. But just link this trail over to your first NOR latch. So this is a reset button. Just link it all the way to the first NOR latch. So bring it all the way down here, and then that's gonna press into there. So basically when you pull it out, it's gonna do the stuff and reset itself. Yeah, you're not gonna have to worry about that for now though. Yeah, if you watch me do this, actually, as you can see, it switches everything around just like so. But I didn't really want it like that, but I don't really see how it does matter now I've got it like that, I suppose. But yeah, once you've linked that to there, you just want to link all of your buttons to the other ones. So let's say you want emerald to link to your first one, you'd link them together. So if you've done it colour combination like I have, it's really easy to tell which ones go where. So this bit I'm going to speed up a little bit, because it doesn't really matter how you see it. I have to guess. Although one little tip is, I'm saying if it's like this, then just bring it up. Cause that could be a little handier. Yeah, just bring it down like this, and then run into the redstone like that, and link them up. However, if it's one next to it, that's gonna look a little something like that. Should look actually. This one, then I actually just recommend that was actually the last one. Putting it here so it doesn't interlink with that one. Yeah, diamond is the last one, so that's gonna be a pretty easy one to do, and I'm just going to go and in fact link that up really simply with the diamond one there. But this bit is going to get sped up a little bit, guys, just so you guys don't really need to see this bit, is my code is going to be totally different to your code if you want yours to be secure. So let's go fast. There we go, that didn't take too long. But as you guys saw, they're now all linked up. So gold goes to gold, emerald goes to emerald, and whatnot. So now if I tried to do something, as you can see, if I went, this will basically turn off this redstone, it'll make it right. So if I was to click the diamond one, nothing actually happened. So the glitch is accident prone. Oh no, whoops guys, I just realised I made a mistake there. So I meant to place a block above that, because otherwise it's not gonna sense repeat it like that. But now if I do that, I'll turn it off for a brief moment as we witness the experience before. But that is because I'm building in that direction, and it's also a redstone glitch at the moment, so I'm sorry about that, but not something I can really fix. So if you guys can fix that yourself and think about a resolution, please tell me. But that's all I've got now to fix here, and yeah, it's a little flaw in the design at the current moment on console, but it's fine on all the other platforms, as I was mentioning earlier. But if I was to actually do the actual code, which is emerald, gold, iron, diamond, you can see it now terminal stays off until I press the reset button, which will reset it. And now that's not too shabby. So yeah, it's pretty good. And there we go. Step 3 kinda works. So let's go into what technically is the final step. Da-da-da. So what you need to do now is actually just link up this part of the redstone. So as I told you to do earlier, just take a little track out there, but link that part of the redstone up to your door. No matter what it is, just link it up to some kind of power supply. I'm gonna leave it above, just so you guys can see. It doesn't really matter on it, just so you guys see. But on yours, you're probably gonna want your redstone to be a bit more hidden than what I'm hiding mine like. So at this point, I think I might take it a bit into the ground. But I'm still gonna leave the roof open just so you guys can see what I've done, in case you guys have made a mistake. But then you guys, I doubt you could make a mistake because of how great you are. Let's put that there, and there we go. Now the door is open. Which isn't what we want. So well, now you've linked them up. We obviously want that isn't what you don't want the door to be open. If you press the reset button, that's not going to do anything. If you do code, it's not going to do anything, because this part is always going to be permanently on. Well, you can close it. If you put in the code, actually, that will actually work. I'll quickly just do the floor part of the design now. Oh, I did it. Oh, maybe it even doesn't. Maybe there is actually no way out of here. Nope, it does. It does temporarily close it. Well, not temporarily, it does permanently close it. But you don't want it to be like that because you're making a code unlock. So somewhere in the design was a bit of room. Just destroy 2 pieces of your redstone dust. Place down a block, and on the front of that block, place a redstone torch. Because basically what that does is a redstone torch powers the door to open. Well, yeah, powers that part of the door to open. But if there's a redstone current going into it, then it'll turn the redstone torch off, so the door isn't open. But if I randomly press the diamond, as you can see, the torch will turn on for a temporary moment because of that current glitch. But yeah, then you actually have your code unlock working. So if I went and put in my code, which would be emerald, gold, iron, diamond. Boom! We have it in, and we can go on the other side and lock everyone out. So they have to do the code if they want to get in too. And it's a really, really secure system. when there isn't bugs, obviously. At the moment, you could just like press whichever one links up with your final one. Okay, and people would figure it out and then be like, yep, I know this happens, and we can walk through, which could be kind of annoying. What you could purposely do on that is give it a bit of a delay so that doesn't actually happen. Like for instance, if I was to just give a bit of a delay, it shouldn't make it so you can get there. I mean, be like, oh, it does really depend, guys, and you can do something to sort that out. I'm sure you can, but I'm not going to show you that because you won't need it in the near future, as it is only a bug, as I keep saying, because I don't want to make it sound like this design is awful. And yeah, the two reasons it doesn't look too great is because you can do this. That's the current console issue. And the other reason is if you press whichever one looks up with the last one, it's also a console issue. Depending what direction it's facing, it opens for a brief moment. But yeah, that is how you make a relatively simple code unlock. And in the next episode, I'm actually going to be teaching you guys how you can make an item frame combination lock. So basically what I mean is like the ones we've stored in battle, and they are really, really compact and really, really simple. So I don't know why I did this one first. Bear in mind that one is a lot easier to do, and also a lot more secure, and it doesn't really have any flaws, and yeah, it's brilliant. But yeah, that is the end of this video here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.